lunch. Hope you're having a good time at Metaweek. It's day 2. I'm Olivia Shevsky. I'm the Vision Group, the organizer. And how do you feel so far? Is it? Are you enjoying the content? Yeah. Thank you so much. It's our pleasure to introduce you, our speaker, for this time, Mr. Colin Fitzpatrick. He's the CEO of Annual Concerts. Please give a round of applause.
Hey everyone, thank you very much for Metaweek for having me. It's fantastic to be here. Really great event. Thank you. That's very useful. My name is Colin Fitzpatrick. I'm one of the founders and the CEO of Annual Concerts. And I'm here today to talk to you about the future of concert streaming in the Metaverse. So, I suppose what's really cool out here is we've got so many great exhibitors doing really awesome stuff in the Metaverse. We've got finance and DeFi, we've got medical training, we've got gamification, we've got loads of really cool stuff. And what I want to talk to you about is how we plan to take advantage of what's happening with this incredible movement into the Metaverse. And essentially what we do is we stream concerts from A-list artists and celebrities online and into the Metaverse. And then we partner with these artists to do high-value, highly curated NFT drops on their behalf. Because essentially the way we've seen it in the market is that everyone in the music industry is kind of getting battered by everything to do with NFTs and music and Metaverse. But they don't necessarily understand it because they're music people, they're not necessarily technical. But they are savvy business people and they understand the opportunity that they have ahead of them when they see people like Snoop Dogg and various others making a ton of money and getting massive exposure to new markets. And that's what we're really here to do today. So, I'm sure you guys are pretty well versed in this, but just in case you're not, the Metaverse is still very, very new in everyone's opinion, but from certain other experiences, we've had a lot of significant successes already. And where the original idea for our company came together was that the Belgian mega rave Tomorrowland, if you guys have ever heard of it, they couldn't have their concert for obvious reasons like 2 years ago, and they brought it online. But they actually sold over 1 million tickets doing it this way. And they made more money than they did in the traditional method. People had parties in their houses, they put up speakers and screens, and they had their own little rave in their back garden. And one of my founders went to one of them and said, there's potential here in the future. But you've also had people like Travis Scott, Lil Nas X, and also Ariana Grande do online concerts in the Metaverse or in games like Fortnite. Ariana Grande, she's already massive, but she had 78 million people attend her concert in Fortnite. And even though it was a free concert, she made $50 million just selling the digital assets that they were selling in game. And I think what's happening here is people in the music industry are really seeing what's happening and the massive transformation and the incredible opportunity that is ahead of them, and they want to take advantage of that. And we're here to help them do that. But it's not just the kids playing the games and people doing online concerts. It's all walks of life that can really benefit from this. So you may have seen a couple of months ago, ABBA, a band that have been around longer than I've been alive, have announced a new album, and they announced this album along with a Metaverse online concert, which is happening at the end of the year. So I really do think it is for absolutely everyone. We're still very much at the beginning of this, but it's accelerating very, very rapidly. And then you've got the world of NFTs, and we've got some cool stuff with NFTs here as well. How we came up with this project was we love the concept behind NFTs, and we wanted to take advantage of it. It's not just fun pictures, but the utility behind NFTs, and especially in the music industry, is going to be really, really big. Now you had the first one, which is Kings of Leon, and they released their album as an NFT and made $2 million. But so far you've had many, many other people who drove into it, like Maroon 5 and many others. But a huge amount of other artists are trying to take advantage of this now, and Annual Concerts are going to help them do this too. What is really interesting to me is how the Gen Z and the millennials in this world have a very acute value So, although people of my age and older might not easily grasp the concept, I think people today who are younger and play a lot of games, they're very, very used to purchasing assets in the digital worlds, and NFTs come very, very naturally. And what I would say is a lot of kids today, especially over the last little while, they spend more time actually socializing and hanging out with their friends in-game than they actually do in real life. And not only that, but they are more interested in showing off the sneakers that they bought for their avatar in their game than they are the Nikes that their dad bought them last week. And that is quite incredible. And it's only beginning. And obviously everything starts with the younger generations and it grows to the older ones. And that's why we think there's huge opportunity here and we want to be able to exploit that. Now, as I said, NFTs, what we're doing is when you attend one of our concerts and you purchase it, that ticket will actually be an NFT in your wallet. And what's special about that is I at home, I used to be a DJ and I used to run club nights, and I have a big box full of flyers and ticket stubs of all the concerts and club nights I went to over all the years, and that's a wonderful memory for me. We're putting that on the blockchain so that everything we do and all the events you go to will be in your wallet. But because it's on the public blockchain ledger, I can look at my friend Jack's here wallet and see what concerts he's been to and what shared experiences we had, and that's really, really cool. But we're also going to work with these artists to do highly curated NFT drops on their behalf, adding in additional utility than just a simple picture, but bringing in real-world items as well. So it could be signed merchandise, or it could be access to things like free concerts, or various different things like that. But the other thing we're going to do is we're going to record these concerts in 3D using 360-degree cameras, so that ultimately you can use an Oculus Quest or a cheap Samsung headset or whatever it is, and then you can have a very immersive experience. Now, we're not trying to replace concerts. I think it'll always be better to go to a concert and have that fantastic experience, but we're providing something different and something new. And ultimately, the way I look at it is that we're democratizing concerts, because right now you have to be lucky enough that your favorite band comes to the city near you, and that you get one of the very few tickets available. But when it's online, it's limitless. I think if we book a big band, we can sell 1 million tickets or maybe more. And the opportunity for that is amazing. But if you live in a very, very far, remote part of the world and you love Beyonce, well, she's probably not coming there. But if you have an Oculus Quest, you can actually feel like you're dancing on stage with her with this very immersive experience, and I think that's very, very special. And we've got partnerships with the likes of Decentraland and Network, and we're actually purchasing land, and we're building concert venues in places like Sandbox and many, many others as well. And even though you can still experience it with any way you want, on your phone, on your TV, it just gets more and more better and more immersive if you add 3D into it as well. So, fans will no longer miss out on this. What we're trying to do is create this must-attend event. A friend of mine said to me, I've never heard of Metaverse before, but my son told me a couple of weeks ago that, Dad, you have to get me home because I have to be at this concert. All my friends are going to be there, and I need to be there, and this is where it's all happening. And this is what we're here to create. We're working with companies who are experts in gamification and monetization in digital worlds. And we're working with all of the Metaverse companies because we want to be agnostic, because who knows who's going to be the winner of all of this. And even though we haven't actually launched yet, we just wanted to prove that we could really do this. So we had our first concert back in Halloween. It was with a rapper called Future. And if you haven't heard of him, that's okay, but he's a very, very big deal in the rap music industry. He had a #1 hit with Drake, right as we did. He's had another #1 just a couple of weeks ago. And we had this incredible concert in Miami. We had this massive outdoor venue in a place called the Fontainebleau Hotel. It was really, really incredible. 2,500 people were there, and we recorded it in 3D. So I have the video. If you want to see it, you can look at it on your phone. You can move around instead of 360 and jump around. But you can also use a headset. And we'll be doing a Metaverse stream later on in the year. But more excitingly, we got a partnership quite recently with Alicia Keys. And I'm sure everyone knows Alicia Keys. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was 4 months worth of work to get this together, and we were very happy. But she's amazing, and she's super interested in the space. She's actually, we got a deal to do an NFT drop, which we're working on at the moment. And as you can see here, it's not just a JPEG you buy it. you're getting more stuff. So we actually paired this with a vinyl album that will be printed. It's a test pressing, so it literally only plays about 7 or 8 times and then it starts to degrade. But not only that, you'll get this unique NFT artwork on the front that we've got from a series of really well-known NFT artists. And then you'll get things like free tickets to a gig when she comes due to you, maybe a backstage pass, or a 5-minute meet and greet in the metaverse, so anyone around the world can really get to meet their favorite artist and have that fantastic experience. And then it's kept as an NFT on the blockchain, which is really, really cool. But even more exciting than that, I was over in LA 3 weeks ago, and we signed a deal where we purchased the new part of the music rights to a new song coming out with Billy Ray Cyrus and Snoop Dogg. Thank you very much. And I think you guys probably don't need to the introduction of Snoop Dogg because he's the biggest things in anything to do with music, NFT, and metaverse. But Billy Ray Cyrus, I don't know, I always remember him from that song called Achy Breaky Heart many years ago, but his most recent song was Old Town Road, and that had 2.5 billion views on YouTube, and this is the same form of country rap. It's going to be huge, and I'm really good friends with the executive music producer who made it. He bought me these crazy shoes one day because I complimented his. We're going to have NFT drops with Billy Ray and Snoop, and that's going to be coming very, very soon. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm really happy to be able to talk to you about the super exciting stuff we're doing. Please grab me afterwards if you want to talk, but ultimately I think what I want to leave you with is that Animal Concerts are trying to do some really cool stuff in the metaverse by connecting fans and making them engaging with their favorite artists in new and interesting ways. And because of the fact that these artists will actually be promoting our concerts on their social media channels, we're going to bring millions of non-crypto people into the space, and that's very valuable. We've got real utility to our business, and we've got significant celebrity endorsements, and we've got a very significant pipeline of extra people who will come over the next couple of months. And we're bringing tangibility to NFTs as well, which I think is really important when you've got NFTs with this massive brand and backing. And then lastly, we're very much integrated into the metaverse into multiple different areas, and we're ready to, take it as fast as it can come. So thank you very much for listening, really appreciate it, and come and get me if you want to chat, happy to talk to anyone. Thank you very much.
Very strong. Such good energy.
Wow, that
Like
was
you woke up
amazing. That was awesome. And congratulations, Colin, on all those new tickets. Amazing.